Hey everyone, welcome back to Go Kick Me, your favorite crowdfunding news and reviews channel here on YouTube. So today we are doing a Kickstarter called Minus Gravity, the gravity-defying executive desk toy. So in case you don't know what an executive desk toy is, it's just junk that executives leave on their desk to fiddle with. So you got this Newton's cradle thing, you got, I don't know what this is, there's a gyroscope type gimbal. Here is one of those needle things, that little pendulum deal, all that junk that you can buy at Sharper Image, or used to be able to buy at Sharper Image. So anyway, they still make them, they make new ones. So this is Gravity. As you can see, Gravity is doing pretty good, almost 3 times its goal. So let's just play the video really quickly. How does that work? Well, I feel like this is the music straight from a Casey Neistat video. So basically, you drop this magnet in this little cradle thing, and it falls slower than it should. How is that? It's gravity-defying. Comes in 3 different colors. Laser engraved, yeah. So the video is pretty minimal. I mean, literally no talking, just a lot of detail. So they literally only show it like once or twice, but here it is. So you can imagine if you normally dropped the magnet here, it would just plump on the table before this thing's even halfway done. So it's somehow it's following at like 1/3 the rate of acceleration due to gravity. How is that possible? Well, okay, so basically it comes down to, and they do talk about the science a little bit. It does look nice, right? So yeah, basically as you drop it, there's eddy currents produced, not exactly like that, but basically there's currents produced in the aluminum frame here on both sides. And that creates a resistive electromagnetic force. Here's another example. So this is kind of a typical science example you see, and it's Lenz's Law, by the way. So if you drop a magnet through a pipe that's somewhat similar diameter, you'll find this thing drops really slowly. So if you did drop the same exact magnet in a plastic pipe, it goes right through. Drop the same magnet in a really big pipe, it would fall faster. So the fact is it's inducing an eddy current in the walls of whatever the metal thing is, and that is actually producing electromagnetic force back. So of course gravity is always going to be stronger, so it's going to go down. It's just going to be slower than if it was not impeded. Does that make sense? Let me show you just a little bit. So first of all, here's Lenz's Law. You can look it up if you want. And they mention it somewhere in here. That has the opposing currents, and it's actually using a thing called a eddy current brake. So these are used on trains and roller coasters and all kinds of stuff, and power tools even. And so you can look at them. If you want to do the math and look at the vectors there, you can take a look at that. Here's an example in a roller coaster. So basically, I guess these are magnets, or on the train there's some magnets, and these are just metal plates. And as the train comes through, just the eddy currents will produce a retarding force, which will help slow down the train, the roller coaster, whatever. And they use them also, I guess, on train wheels for braking. This is from the Shinkansen. And so, anyway, that's the basics, and here it explains it basically pretty clearly. I think this is the most succinct thing on the science. If one views a magnet as an assembly of circulating atomic currents moving through first of all, let me explain. When a strong magnet is dropped through a vertical non-ferrous conducting pipe, eddy currents are induced in the pipe. So note it's a non-ferrous conducting pipe. So it's not an iron pipe, it's a aluminum pipe, etc. Eddy currents are produced in the pipe, and these retard the descent of the magnet, so it falls slower than it would if free falling, as one set of authors explain. If one views the magnet as an assembly of circulating atomic currents moving through the pipe, then Lenz's law implies that the induced eddies in the pipe will counter-circulate ahead of the moving magnet and co-circulate behind it. So this implies that the moving magnet is repelled in front and attracted in the rear, hence acted upon by a retarding force. So basically, there's the magnetic force being induced in the metal that is going against the force of gravity. In typical experiments, students measure the slower time of a fall through a copper tube compared with a cardboard tube, and you can use the oscilloscope to measure the current. So here's an example. Actually, it's exploratorium.edu, great museum in San Francisco if you ever get a chance to go. So basically, yeah, you drop it through and you look at how long it takes. And they actually show, in this case, you can do it with aluminum plates as well. Wow, that seems very similar to the case of the minus gravity, right? So that's basically 2 plates as far as you're concerned, because that's where the magnet's going to be. So last but not least, you can actually make your own DIY hands-on science. This guy actually has multiple videos about this. So you basically using an aluminum can.
In this wonderful experiment, we will make a can dance without even touching the can.
Ooh.
We will transfer the energy from the pendulum to the can. Isn't this magical?
Yes, it is. So I don't know if they have it here, but I've basically found 2 or 3 videos from the same dude doing different things. He made like kind of a windmill that made cans spin in the other video. So anyway, I can just keep going on about this, but I'm going to try to keep this video less than 10 minutes for once. What do I think about this thing? It's a gimmick. It's not any worse than any of these other pieces of junk, right? You leave it on the corner of your desk, it gets dusty, and that's basically it, right? So if you're inclined to do that kind of junk, why not get this? It's fun for when your kid comes to visit the office and is bored. You can have him play with this thing. So, yeah, is it worth $36? Is it worth $29? This chunk of aluminum, it is nicely, finished and all that. Okay, whatever it's worth, $2 or $3, $5, $10. The magnet costs you $1. Even if it costs $5, that's still only like $15, right? So, yeah, it's a little bit expensive, but this is crowdfunding. You're helping Gandhi bring this to market or whatever BS you want to believe, right? So, yeah, if you're an executive, heck, I'm an executive. I wouldn't waste $29 on this. But if you're a rich executive, like actually a successful executive, yeah, that's like nothing. You want to do some junk, cool stuff, whatever. Go for it. Yeah, okay, sure. Want to find an excuse to fidget? Okay. Oh, it's water resistant. It's all machine parts because it's a solid block of aluminum and a magnet. That's all there is, right? Anyway, they apparently had like a 22. How much is that? The 22 pounds one? I guess that is. Okay, so still that's the cheapest one. 22 pounds is $29 US. The other thing is they started this yesterday, I guess, so end of February, and it will probably finish by end of March, I guess. And then they do the survey kits, and then you won't get it until July. So keep that in mind too. It's going to take you a while. So in the meanwhile, why don't you make your own with a magnet and an aluminum can? Sounds like fun, right? Okay, so that's it for today. Stick with this, right? That'll cost you 10 cents. Well, it costs you the cost of the can plus whatever magnet you can scrounge up and something to hang it from. So anyway, that's it for today. See you guys next time here on Go Kick Me, and check us out on Facebook and Twitter at gokickmedia.com. I should keep talking for another 25 seconds until this passes 10 minutes. Well, now only 20 seconds. So if you made it this far, thank you for watching. Channel's getting a lot more comments lately, which is great. If you have any requests, etc., please leave them in the comment section below. Yada, yada, yada. I got 10 seconds to go. Okay. What else can I talk about? I like Coca-Cola. Making me thirsty. Okay, see you guys next time. Bye.